Do you ever wonder why some people having this amazing ideas, like ideas where then in the long, long time, or maybe not, they become rich people, millionaires, or business owners, or someone who's actually creating an idea, what you would say, oh my God, how did I not thought about it? Like to say, the phone cover. Somebody created a phone, somebody created a phone cover. And we would say, why is this not me who created and maybe could make a lot of money? But why is this? Some people having an amazing ideas, and then ideas becomes a wealth, and some people just don't have that, can I say, ideas bank. We would say that way, because it's really, it's an ideas and ideas, but where they coming from? And that's actually what I want to talk to you today. And actually, any of us could receive an amazing ideas, but it's not always enough just to receive an idea. It's actually what to do after that and how to make it into the world. So stay tuned. It's actually very, very not that hard as many people think. How can I get wealth making idea who's what actually could make you wealthy? But the biggest point, really, really important person in other people's lives. So stay tuned. So, me as a life coach, as a love mentor, and actually success mentor, myself being in business more than 14 years in my own fashion designing, holistic fashion designing ideas, and all the creations, what I do. And many people asking, where am I getting all this idea? Where did this come from? How did you get this design or this idea how to make it not just a dress, but actually dress made from silver material, what actually could protect us and all give more and more health benefits, not only to look pretty. And that's when it always comes like people normally always wonder, why is this one person gets this amazing idea and another person lives all life without having none? So that's what I want to tell you today. Do you know Steve Jobs? And I bet you all know. If you don't, must be something wrong with you. Because everybody knows Steve Jobs, he created the phone and all technologies. Actually, in the beginning, he created all like computer stuff and the beginning of the Apple. That's what he was doing. But do you know, before, if you watch the movie about him, and that's really, really amazed me. I actually didn't know, and I actually felt like, oh, that's our friend, because I thought he was like one of the big brainies, countings, and all that. No, he's actually was disappointing, like child for his parents. He was going into the school with no shoes. He was going doing drugs, and he was actually doing all many things as like drug slash holistic. And then he went into the India, where he actually connected more and more and more with all, we say, higher powers. We don't know what exact higher powers he connected. But when he came back after that, that with all ideas was coming to him. And you would say, yeah, that's he was just smart. No, he was opened. And that's why is the difference. He done actually a lot of holistic work. And of course, like I said, in the beginning, it was not holistic work. It was more drugs. It was more probably things what we're not supposed to do. But for some reason, he was just free, thinking whatever. He was really having heart in the college and all that. And I think he did drop out from college, but I could be wrong. So I don't want to say that, but I think he did. But I know he was not the best student, definitely. So if you didn't watch the movie about him, do, because it's actually very interesting. And you could see the personality who's actually creating a big things for the world. And you could see, can you see yourself in it? I can, because I am the one who's actually, if it's some kind of like a collection comes, or if it's something I need to do for my client, I would work nights and I really being inspired, and I could have a lot of energy, just like I see in him when he was doing on some presentation or something. He would be doing nights and nights and days staying in office. That would be me. I'm very much the same. But he done some maybe bit drastic things, like not taking his daughter into the, into the family, because he thought it's not his, and actually he thought he don't need any distractions because he's going for the big thing. And yes, he did. He actually did not want anything to do with the family or nothing, because he knew that's distract him from what he wants to do. But actually, let's go back to the where the idea comes. It's actually saying, and I believe it is true, so I don't know, will you believe it or not? That's up to you. But it's like a big cloud on the top of our universe. And in the beginning, the guides and all, in the beginning, they would connect and send the messages only to those, and you can talk and read a lot about Tesla. He was very tuned in. Actually, all psychologists and all like electrician, magnet, like all of them, they was very tuned in to the higher powers. And of course, there are times nobody understand them. So like, they were saying, oh, out of normal life, like normal, what is normal by standards and all that. So they was all thinking what they just do, and nobody really listened. But when they write the books, and like Tesla, like all his documents was burned down and everything, but we still talking about him, about his jobs and all that, because he knew a lot more than anybody else was kind of daring to talk. And it's saying that's the cloud at the top of the universe. And like I said before, it was opened like a special computer for everybody who is very open and very tuned in. But actually saying some ideas, the guides of the highest powers was saying, like, actually it's so many amazing ideas in there, but it's so little who's actually opened for it. So they decided actually to give a little bit more release, like saying, I didn't they didn't give it just for very, very connected people, but actually open the doors for just connected, not very, very, but just connected. So that's why now in this technology boom, like it's not just like open this and open that and that's it. Everybody who's just a little bit tuned in, a little bit more than normal, kind of say, they're receiving this amazing ideas. Oh, I want to do this. Boom, connected to the higher powers. And they're actually helping, because on the 60s and 70s, kind of 80s, the guides were saying like everybody kind of sleeping. They all doing drugs. They all talking about this. They all talking about that. And it's looked like universe and actually humanity did not grow. They were just kind of stuck in the same level. Like they did not done much this and much that and much amazing things. So that's when they starting releasing a little bit of good ideas. They starting sending for people who's a little bit more tuned in than normal, but not as much tuned in, like say like a Steve Jobs. And actually in Los Angeles, I was in an amazing event 3 years I think ago, and there was Steve Kwasniak. He was a speaker, and he was talking about the time and they was working together with Steve, and he was saying he was so unreally different. He was unreal. He was not this, director of this. He was different. And that made everybody else be different around him, because that's what he was saying. He said Steve didn't like normal because normal is boring. He actually wanted more colors, he wanted more bright. Why is the kind of computers and everything become colorful ones, pink ones and blue ones, what before would be just black and gray and the boring box? No, he wanted design, he wanted colors, and that's when he was always saying, like Steve Wozniak was saying, like, what if you would show him something like normal, he would just get you out of the place and he would be fire you, because this is normal. Don't give me normal I can buy in any shop, give me different. And that's why it was very not easy to work for him, but actually he was really, really opened for amazing opportunities to be different, to do different things. And actually, look at this. Look at us. We're waiting for Apple to come out. We're waiting for anything Apple come out. Now it's Apple TV. Now it's Apple cars or whatever. Who knows what's next? Because they not settle for normal. So where is this ideas coming from? And where is this this is the most important thing what I want you to explain for you. And if you don't know, it's a one woman, she's already passed away, but it's many things around what she talked. She actually connected with the Notre Dame projections and predictions, and she was talking like with him through the timelines. Like, this is amazing. She's Dolores Cannon, and I'm actually following her. Like I said, she's already passed, but her daughter doing all jobs after her, books, videos, everything. Like, she's amazing. And she actually talked with Nostradamus, and she talked, and when he was alive and she was in this time. Like, this is like how amazing. And that's what he was saying, and she was saying, because she was connecting with the guides who's actually controlling and working in this universe. And like, you have to listen yourself. I don't want to explain. It's actually, it is needs to a little bit like to work on to understand what she's talking. But when you understand, it's like, yeah, that's actually true, that's actually right, and that's actually looks normal. And that's what's happening when we falling asleep. Our highest mind falling asleep as well, because nothing to do, he's getting bored. So he's starting kind of waking us, giving us not pleasant kind of life stories in our life, like some situations what we would be like, whoa, wait a minute, get out of my comfort zone, like from my comfort sofa. But then when we wake up, it's starting giving us a great ideas. Like I had my amazing ideas, like could be dreams. Actually, last night I dreamed about the design, and I'm actually wake up and I draw it, and that's have to be done. I was in nighttime, I was doing designs with my higher powers. Like, amazing. And it happens a lot for me, like that. A lot. And like I have some personal assistant, and it's amazing. But the biggest point is, when we connected to the higher self, that's mean we open this channel to receive amazing ideas. And this idea is not just like go and have a good party, but actually, how can I help more for other people? Because if you solve one problem for 1,000,000 people and it could cost only €1, you tomorrow millionaire. That's what it's logic. And that is kind of sounds easy, but of course, what is that? How can I do that? And that's all what it is. But the biggest point is, we are very locked. We all overthinking about the things, about the bills, about problems, about people, about things what is actually not so important. I was like, how can I help for more people? How can I help for my highest self to grow so I can grow and help for others? So our second chakra, actually, sexual chakra, that's why is all, can I say, knowledge sits and creativity. But many people don't even want to think and talk about it because it's taboo, because as a religion block that. Don't touch it, don't talk about it. It's like not existing. And that's why they blocked the heaven. Because in the heaven, what it was full of sexual jobs and games and plays, because when you are really, really connected with your sexuality, with your sexual energy, the sexual energy is creative energy. And women, female sexual energy, it's actually all creativity. And if man would activate that in him, as I was saying already before many, many times, we are 50 female and 50 male, not because we are dresses wearing, not because we pants wearing, because that's how we created. It's just in this time we are in the female or male body. But energies should be healthy, and the best way 50-50, 50 female, 50 male. So if man wants to create something, he can create and think, how can I do it? Just like Steve Jobs, he got so many ideas and he knew how to do it creative and how to do it smart way. It have to be together. Together. You can't just sit and create and don't know how to go and sell it. And then opposite, you can't just think I sell, but you don't have nothing to sell because you didn't create it. And that's where it comes 50-50. But what happens for many people, we're blocking that. Many, many things we're blocking that. Maybe unpleasant sexual journey from childhood until the adulthood, or maybe in the adulthood, or maybe somewhere, maybe some abuse. Maybe somebody just said you're not pretty enough, you're not sexy, you're not gorgeous, and that's already blocked if you believe that. That's why every morning I'm saying I am beautiful because I am. I am for me. I don't need to please anybody else. So I'm telling you the same. Please do start loving yourself and think you are beautiful, you are sexual, you are amazing, you are attractive. Anything you can rise yourself, because nobody else will do it. And if somebody will do it, great. But if you don't have who's telling you that, that's not mean you're not that. That's just mean you forgot. And do that and remind yourself every morning or every evening, whatever. But the biggest point is when we lock in and blocking our sexual energy, our creative energy, our second chakra, it's actually blocks, and it's actually not letting higher powers to come to your mind, to your brain. And yes, it feels like, what? All ideas in the brain. No. That's the old way thinking. Creativity is in the second chakra. And if it's this blocked and this blocked, this completely blocked, because it can't come any higher. Because all powers comes from down to the top, from top down. It have to be normal, flow, kind of perfect going without any blocks. So that's why we every 2 weeks we working on energy healing sessions. So that's mean unlocking, unblocking any blocks. What blocking your maybe creative ideas, maybe like I said, wealth ideas, what could make you a millionaire or whatever what you're dreaming of. But only when you dare and think, wait a minute, am I blocked? Maybe I have something what I don't even know. Because we are. Every time when woman and man making love, they exchanging energies. And if you don't know what to do with that, that's already thing what could create a block. That's normal, easiest way to create a block. But I'm not talking about other things what actually could create a deeper blocks. Like when many women actually blocking very much themselves after just childbirth, because the kind of stress what they get through this, the body changes, everything. For women, it's a big shock for a woman's body. If she don't know how to work on this, and if she's not working on this, and if she's leaving it, and then maybe comes another baby, and for women, it's like huge thing, but actually could make it blocks, and unhappiness for the future. And I'm not talking about health at all this moment. That is where big problem comes. And we know many cancer, it's coming from women parts and from our breast cancer. That is connected with the sexual energy. So I'm not being too boring in here, but I really, really wishing you. But if you having a good idea, don't hold it, because that's another step. What to do when you get a good idea? Oh, ho, ho, you have to do a lot. And it's easy if you know what to do. Of course, it's not easy when it's the first time came in your idea and you don't know what to do. Just like we got, like I was getting this idea, just like we need to go the pilgrim walk, like from nowhere, like seriously from nowhere, because to make a designs I already kind of got used to from my childhood. But just from nowhere, when I was sewing, watching TV, like jokes and comedy I was watching, I remember very well because I was laughing on my own in the sewing room, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's a good joke!" And just boom, you need to go to Pilgrim. Like what? 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 I was just kind of being busy here. I'm trying to sew, what I was promised for client. No, you need to go to Pilgrim, and we done it. And yes, many people say, "Oh," and actually, a lot of people I'm talking, and we talk about, you was on holiday. I'm like, yeah, I was in pilgrim doing pilgrimage. Oh my god, I was thinking to do this years and years. So why you didn't do it? Well, something come up. So that's why it shows you just not ready. And don't even think about it, and don't talk about it. Because if you're thinking to go, take in planning and go. Because you never will be any better situation than now. And I love when people say, oh, it's not the right time. Do you think tomorrow will be a better time? Don't think so. We went actually before Easter, when it's the most busiest time. For me in sewing, it's like communions, Easter, weddings, like a lot of weddings happening on Easter. But if I said I'm going, and if I said that's my plan, we done it, and nobody even got damaged or noticed what I was gone. Yes, I planned it well. Yes, maybe I didn't look after one person. Maybe, but that's mean was fine, survived. When you're not planning, you will never do it. It never happened because it's not in the calendar. One day, someday. And it is not easy journey if you will be doing it all on the foot without any kind of services, who brings your bags and all that. That's how we done it, without any services, just a kind of sleeping, food, go. So it's your body's actually, when it's getting older, it could make it harder. So now if you thinking, if you get this idea, better do it now, because tomorrow it could be harder, because your body changes every day. Anyway, I'm gone out of the board. I just wanted to say, if you do want to talk about any of your creativity ideas and you feel you would love to create more, but it's not coming, it must be something blocked where we need to talk. And as I'm talking today about sexual energy, our creativity, and our second chakra energy, that's why it could be blocked, and that's why you may be not receiving good ideas. And if it's anywhere blocked, ideas not coming to you. It's like you're sitting on the umbrella and ideas pouring around you, but it's blocked and it's not coming to you. So if you first timer, I would suggest you to come to us, like send me a private message and join us on Zoom every 2 Sundays. For the first timers is for free, just for try, just for see what's going on. Is this for me? But believe me, it's for everybody, because we all should work on ourselves to open all doors to receive an amazing ideas, to receive wealth, to receive health, to receive love, to receive abundance, to receive. Because from childhood, we teach, oh, don't ask, be polite, don't be rude, don't ask too much, just ask for little piece. Don't be you, don't think about others, because if you ask for 10, other ones will be nothing left. World and universe is full of abundance. Did you ever see the tree giving apples and saying, no, I'm giving you apples only 1 or 2 this year for you, because I think you was not deserve it this year? Did you? No, it gives full as could be. But we sometimes blocking ourselves with our ideas, with our things, with our dreams. Oh, I'm not. Oh no, I shouldn't ask that much. Oh, I'm not good enough. Everybody, if they receive the idea what come from your mind, not from TV, not from Facebook, not from someone who done it or something, that's called shiny penny syndrome. Oh, somebody done the good fast money, I want to do it as well. No, your idea should come from your mind, from your wisdom, from your heart, from your sexual energy. That's where the good ideas is, not on the Facebook and all other places. They are just like a monkeys repeating. And if you repeat something where it's already existing there, nothing wrong, but you not will be unique. Like nobody else have is in this world like Steve Jobs or Steve Wozniak or any of those people like Tesla or any of those people what we know names from the childhood and children knows them. So that's why important to be different, not like different, but your real unique idea. Yes, you can repeat on other people's idea. That's nothing wrong. But then it's not your idea. But could be idea like say open business and like say be a car wash. That's okay. That's fine. But in the middle of that, I bet you will get an idea how to become unique car wash, service. Because when you're doing and serving others, universe watches and say, I think he's ready. I think he have the tools, or she, and now he's ready to receive that another amazing idea. But if you will be sitting on the couch and doing nothing at all, universe saying, look at him or her. They just sitting doing nothing. I will not give any ideas there because it's just waste. I will give it and they'll say, so how can I do this? And don't do anything. And that's where wasted of millions ideas. And I know many people who say, oh, I was thinking about that. Did you done it? No, but I see someone else doing it what I was thinking. Yes, because the idea was hanging. It's like a fish for the for the fisherman or whatever, and someone catched it and done it, but you just catched it and let it go. So universe say, okay, but people need that service, so it will give for someone else who takes it and doing. So I just wishing you wonderful day, wonderful evening. Think why you not a millionaire yet. And I'm not saying millionaire, like I'm not millionaire yet, but I think this is not my most important thing to become a millionaire. In my mind, I am more than millionaire. And one day, who knows? But again, I'm not looking for that one day because it's not in the calendar. I'm doing today for my tomorrow. And tomorrow I will do for my future. That means I'm working on my future. But if you're doing nothing at all for your future, like planting the seeds, that's why we put them in the ground and looking and watering. And that's what it's called, working for tomorrow. But if you work for someday, I wishing you just good luck. And it could be, you never know. Maybe. But I'm wishing you good luck anyway. But if you want to just maybe unlock some blocks, what is in there, send me a private message. We can chat just for the free consultation, your future planning session, or you can join us for this Sunday, 9 o'clock on the Zoom. And it's really, really, really powerful to be connected and to really release stuff where it's not serving us anymore, not serving you anymore. And really, you never know what amazing ideas would come to you. So I'm wishing you loads of love and I talk to you tomorrow. Thank you.